everyone, my name is Reggie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm really excited to be sharing with you an announcement video for round 2 of Seasonal Series. So if you do not know, Seasonal Series is a 3-month reading challenge. The goal of this reading challenge is to read series books and it's themed kind of around the seasons of the year. Basically, you can pick any of our bingo boards. We have one for each of the 4 seasons. You pick your bingo board and you complete challenges, as many or as few as you want. You can double up, you can try to get a bingo, anything you want. You can try to complete the entire board. It's really whatever works best for you. The goal is to knock out series and just have fun, of course. And at the end of that round, we wrap off the challenge, which is a traditional style readathon. I was a host last round for the first round, and I'm really excited to be continuing as a host. We also have Sarah from Books for Tea, and we also have some new hosts joining us, including Jasmine from Novel Thoughts. We have Melissa from The Bookish Babbler, and we also have Vanessa from Paper Fairy, and I love all of these girls so much, so I'm really excited to be hosting this event with them. Round 2 starts on July 1st. I'm probably going through this description of it really fast because I've done this before, so if you want more details, something doesn't make sense, go ahead and check out my video when I originally announced the reading challenge and the readathon. Also linked down below the Twitter, and we have a Google Doc that has all of the information and details you need. But without further ado, I'm actually going to go through the season that I'm picking for round 2 and pick my TBR with ya. So for round 2, I am going to be doing the summer board. It's summer where I live, and I think it's really fun to have these just match up. I think it helps a little bit with the challenges. And this time, very different from last time. Last time I did a very strategic attempt to get 2 bingos. This time I'm gonna double up as many books as I can and try to knock out the board in those 3 months. Honestly, these are really high aspirations and I don't know how it's gonna go, but we're gonna go through it. So the first challenge is to read from a fantasy series, and I am going to be reading A Reaper at the Gates by Saba Tahir. The second challenge is Thirst Quencher. So for some of these challenges, they're reading based, some are activity based. For the activity based ones, you don't have to read a series. I'm going to leave all of the ones that are activity based blank so that I can just decide based on what I'm reading if I can do that activity at that time. But anyway, back to Thirst Quencher. Thirst Quencher is read a book while you're drinking a cold beverage. So like I said, I'm leaving this blank. Question number 3 is to read a book from a hot series. So that's a series that's all the rage. This may be cheating because only the first book is out, but it is definitely all the rage right now, and that's Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And number 4 is read a book with yellow on the cover. For this, I'm really excited to be reading Wolf by Ryan Gronin. This is the first book, and I think a duology. Challenge number 5 is to read a book while eating ice cream. Again, leaving this blank since it's challenge based. Number 6 is set in the summer, so I'm reading 9 Days and 9 Nights, which is the sequel to 99 Days, which I read a few months ago. Challenge number 7 is from a YA series. So many of the books in this video could fit this one. Challenge number 8 is Summer Picnic, so the idea is to eat a picnic outdoors, I assume. Again, I'm leaving it blank. We'll see what happens with that one. Number 9 is to read a book with LGBT plus characters. I will be reading Beneath the Sugar Sky by Shauna Maguire. To be fair, I don't actually know that this has LGBTQ plus characters in this book in the series. However, the first 2 books did, so I'm going to take a strong assumption that this one does as well. Challenge number 10 is to reread a favorite. I will be reading The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Challenge number 11 is to read a book with blue on the cover. For this one, I'll be reading Daughter, Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. Challenge number 12 is to read a book with a long series, and I think it's defined by 4 books or more. For this one, I put The Darkest Legacy, which is the new book in the Darkest Mind series coming out July 31st, I think. That's the 4th book, technically 5th if you count the bind up novellas. Challenge number 13 is a free space, so again, may double up, may do something new, maybe do something different, who knows. Challenge number 14 is Summer Berries. The idea is to eat fruit while reading. I think this one will be really fun, but I am leaving it blank, like I said, since it's challenge based. That way I can just kind of let my mood decide what I read when I do that challenge. Challenge number 15 is One You Will Love. So the idea is pick a book to read that you know you will love. To be fair, there's no guarantee that I'm going to love a book when I pick it up, especially when it's a book in a series, even if I've loved the other books in that series, but I have a strong inkling I am going to adore this book. So I'm for this challenge picking Only Human by Sylvia Newell. This is the 3rd book in the Themis File series, which is my favorite trilogy. I love it so much. Challenge number 16 is Vacation or Travels. The idea for this one is to pick a book that has travel, vacation things in it, I believe. So for this one, I'm reading 90s and 9 Nights again. Challenge number 17 is a road trip. So the idea is to read this book while you're on the go. I feel like that won't be too hard for me because I read a lot of books while I'm on my way to work. So basically any day I'm running late, I would consider myself on the go. Is that cheating? I don't think so. So I'm leaving this one blank. Again, challenge based. Whenever it happens, it happens. Challenge number 18 is from a contemporary series. For now, I'm picking Leah on the Offbeat, but I also may switch this out with To All the Boys I Loved Before by Jenny Han, just because that is getting an adaptation soon and I need to read that as well. But either of these can work. And honestly, whichever one I don't read for this challenge will probably be what I read for the free space or any of those empty blank spaces. Challenge number 19 is swimming pool. So the idea here is to read a book by a lake, a pool, an ocean, etc. I'll probably read by the pool one day. Challenge number 20 is OTP. The idea for this one is to read a book that has an OTP or a love duo that's iconic that you love, etc. Kind of hard to pick this one. I haven't read them yet, so I'm picking a reread for this one, Into the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken, which is the third and final story in the Darkest Minds trilogy, which I love, and I love Liam and Ruby in these books, so that'll count as an OTP, I guess. Challenge number 21 is finish a trilogy, so for this one I'm going to be using Only Human again. Challenge number 22 is to read a book in 24 hours or in one day or in one sitting, something along those lines. The challenge name is Sleepover. For this, just to make sure I actually am able to accomplish this super easy, I'm going to be reading a graphic novel, and I'm going to be reading Lock and Key Small World, which is the recently added graphic novel to my favorite graphic novel series, so I'm really excited to read this one. Challenge number 23 is to read a book that was recommended to you. So for this one, I'm reading The Fifth Season. This is a book that was recently recommended to me by a friend, IRL, so I'm really excited to pick this one up. Also, I've heard a lot of wonderful things about it in the past, so I've always been excited to read it. It's always been on my TBR, but when it was read by and recommended by someone I know in real life, I was like, yeah, gotta bump that up on the TBR. Challenge number 24 is sunglasses, and this is to read a book while wearing sunglasses. Again, leaving this one open. And challenge number 25, the last one on this list, is read the second book in a series, and for this one I will be selecting Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, meaning the entire series of The Darkest Minds, including the bind-up of novellas. No, not including the bind-up of novellas, but all of the other books are on this TBR. So for one of those blanks, I'll probably be reading the bind-up of novellas. So that is all for today's video. I hope you will be joining us for the seasonal series round 2, and I hope you are just as excited as I am. Let me know what one of your favorite series or one of the series you just have to get to really soon is in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I make new bookish videos every week, so I will see you very soon in a new video. Bye!